Well, this is Drew from nitracks.com at Friday Night Dark. Welcome. We are going to do a rudimentary test. The conditions are that we're going to ask questions. And the questions that we're going to ask, we're going to start with some really basic ones. That will be yes or no. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to ask questions that are going to be very specific for one person. They've already been pre-selected, and it's going to be blind. They don't know what questions I'm going to ask them. So this is going to be the precursor in the text of, well, you can be the judge of what happens and what is. So we're going to do this the way that has been researched out. And we're going to start first with what we got to do to clear everything out. We've already burned some Palo Santo. And we already have a pre-selected pendulum, which we're going to be using. This one I constructed. And again, everything here is very basic. So now we're going to try to see what we can do. So I invoke the higher self from within. I'm a clear and perfect channel, and light is my guide. Now, I'm going to say basic stuff. Are we on video right now? Okay. And is anyone watching besides me? Okay. We'll call that a no. Will anyone be watching on Friday night? We're not sure. Okay. Is there anything that's going to be preventing me from uploading this video to anyone? Oh, hell. Well, that's interesting. Well, then I'm going to do everything I can to upload this. No. Okay. So I can't show this to anybody at all? Well, with your permission, I want to share this with people, and more specifically to show what's going on. Yes. Okay, I have your permission. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to ask you something here. I'm going to ask about our friend we're going to be meeting. I kind of keep him nameless, but we already made an appointment. So I need to know, will he be wearing a shirt when we talk? Okay. That's a no. Will he be able to talk about anything besides the questions that we're going to be talking about? Okay, all right. Is he going to mention anyone else in the conversation besides what I'm asking? Maybe. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. And then last but not least, last but not least, just out of curiosity, will mom be watching? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Will mom be listening? Okay. And is the stuff that's plaguing the house where our designated caller is going to be, is that from anything electronically fabricated? In other words, is it fake? Later. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. These end my questions for tonight. Thank you so much for your time. I bid you to go away and harm no one on your way back to where you belong. All right, so now we have the questions that we've asked. And the ones that I want to keep in mind is whether or not the person who's calling is going to be wearing a shirt. And I want to put that as our test question because this is actually getting done the day before the call. There's no influence and there's no way they know because I haven't told anyone about this yet. The only people that know are the people that are right here with me. Oh, wait, that's just me. So, this goes back to a question that was answered about divining and a higher self and a subconscious. Subconsciously, I don't know if said person is going to be wearing a shirt, but they are infamous for doing so. This might sound embarrassing, but it's par for the course because there's always that 50-50 chance. The other part of this is that there are conversations that were had. Without any cue or any prompting from me, I'm going to ask them questions, like I said before. And in those questions, it's up to him whether or not he decides to bring things up. One of them will be my mom. I will be the first to admit that. And I'm going to see if he actually does. But for the rest of it, because I know that he's also involved with some of the electronic phenomena in the house that I know about, we're going to see if that's going to be mentioned. So, is it fabricated? We don't know. Maybe. But we'll find out. And lastly, do they think that it's fabricated? Well, they'll answer us. Having said all that, when the rest of this is put together, we'll get our answers. And we hope that in all of this, you can be the judge and either feel vindicated one way or the other. Thank you for joining us here at nitrex.com Friday Night Dark. We hope you're enjoying this presentation we're giving you on pendulum use. And if you're wondering how this all ties into everything, is that because it's a form of divination that connects possibly with a higher conscious and spirit talk, it is possible and it's suggested that we would still be talking to those said people. So the other part of this is when I review this, are there voices in the background? Perhaps EVP or something else? We won't know, and I will not reveal this. And there definitely will be a follow-up after all of it. This is Drew from Friday Night Dark and nitrex.com. Talk to you soon.